Alright guys, it's been a little while since I gave you an update on Tombstone. We've been pretty busy. I ain't filmed none of it. I mean, I've done short little clips here and there, but y'all behind. Y'all way behind. So, I'll give you a little update. For starters, the whole truck is taken apart. Like, it's the frames at powder coat, axles are sitting over there, bed's sitting right here, cab and everything's over there in the paint booth. Been busy. So, I haven't even showed y'all how we did the exhaust on it, which I think is pretty sweet. So, I'm gonna show you that. I think you'll get a kick out of it. Bam! Look at that. 8-inch octagon, made it on the metal brake, 18 gauge sheet metal. You know, it's bare metal, so she's a little patinaed right now. We're not gonna leave it like that, of course. But that's all getting powder coated antique copper. Like I said, the frame is already at powder coat. It's getting powder coated antique copper as well. We got a mess out here. Like, shop's a mess, truck's a mess, everything's a mess, trying to figure everything out. There's the front axle, still need to strip that down and get it painted. Rear end, I've done pressure washed and everything, so I'll get all this stuff painted black. The fuel tank over here, we did some math on it. The fuel tank is 75 gallons. Well, there's a little problem with it though. They had some kind of coating on it. It's a carbon tank, so it's got little rust holes. Not a big deal. Cut it out, we'll weld a new piece in. It's on the top, so it's not that big of a deal. Get that fixed. We'll get that powder coated black as well. Try to prevent anything from happening later. One thing I'm having a problem with is finding these bushings for the axles. That's for the rear end. They're a little worn out. And also, on my fault, I messed up. I left the bushings in the frame and they had a rubber insert. I didn't think they had a rubber insert. Well, when they put the frame into the oven and baked it, cooked all the grease and stuff off of it, it wore out the bushings. So I'm having a hell of a time finding it. I don't know if it's because it's a medium duty truck, if they only ran this truck for 3 years, but that's the problem I'm running into with that right now. And silver truck's hanging out, gamblers hanging out. But the best thing yet, I'm gonna show it to you. You're gonna like it. The paint booth's done. Haven't really filmed much of that. Got the front clip sitting right here. Like I said, we got a mess going on. But let me take you into here. Me and my wife, we had some fun yesterday. A lot of fun. We got the truck clear coated. Yeah. The one thing in here, the lights, it's so bright, it makes like these weird black lines or whatever. So sorry, is what it is. See, if I move, see, the lines go away. But if you look at the lights, it gets this weird darkness, I guess because it's so bright. But got the hood clear coated, got the cab clear coated. We are working on it, working on the front clip. I don't know, I like this. I think this looks awesome on the truck. See that black line, man? See, there it is. I guess this is what happens when you get lights that are a little too bright, but you get the idea. Out in the sun, it looks awesome. I took the hood out there and checked it out and stuff. I have it all sitting in here for right now. But yeah, today I'm gonna work on getting the front end wet sanded, get it ready, get the front end in here. I gotta get the front end wet sanded and painted, the steps, the headlight bezels, and the blinker, do them flopper thingies. But I'll get it. See, looks good. I've never clear coated rust before, and one thing I can say, it's kind of weird because what it does, like, it takes in the texture of the rust and it pushes it out into the clear as you put it on there. So to get it 100% slicked out, smooth, show car quality, I'll have to take what's here, wet sand it, get it down smooth, and then clear it again. I'm not gonna do that. For what the truck is and what we're doing with it and stuff, we don't feel that it would be fitting. She just wanted to preserve what's there and everything. I don't want to kick the ladder. And seeing like this, it all turned out pretty smooth, but it gets that weird little texture to it, whatever, from the way the rust has the divots and stuff in it. It just goes to show like they say, your paint job is in your prep work. Like I didn't sand this down to bare metal, so it's not gonna be 100% smooth, which is fine, totally fine. I like the way it looks. I think it looks great. Like I said, we're gonna get the front end wet sanded and everything, get it in here, get it cleared today, so you'll see that. But beforehand, my wife actually helped me do this. It's her truck, she wanted to help paint it, so she was in here yesterday and she helped me do it. We got some footage of that. We can insert it right now. What we're gonna do, like I said, we're gonna work on getting the front end ready, get it clear coated today, get the steps and stuff done. So you ready to see that? You know, see me saying some stuff, ain't that great? But one more look at this. Bam, look at that. Love it. So, got the front end sanded. Look, check it out. Bam. There we go. It's crazy how the color changes. If you would have told me before that this truck was white, I would have told you you're full of crap. But it's white. There it is. It looked like somebody tried spray painting this blue on here before. There was a lot of blue over here, and I just couldn't live with it, so I actually sanded all the blue off. See, I took it all off. Nothing on the truck's blue. But on the hood, right here, you can still see the haze of blue right there. So being that it still has that little haze of blue, the way that'll work is I kind of still have it right there on the front end. So I guess that'll kind of blend together or whatever. But I got it all smoothed out. I found the best for wet sanding, the patina or rust, whatever you want to call it. I used 220, wet sanding with 220, it worked really good. So it got it all smooth, all the heavy rust got knocked down, everything. Of course, there's a few little spots where I would have to, like on the front, see, they call this truck a gel bar truck, and on that you can actually take the bars out and all that stuff. I'm not gonna do that because we're not trying to make it like a perfect paint job. We're trying to still retain the patina-ness to it. So like I said, I got the front end done. I got to do the steps now, get those knocked out, and the trim rings for the headlights, I got to get those done. They're sitting over there, and then we'll get the hood and the cab out of the booth and get this stuff in there, get it set up. I'm gonna try to get this set up a little higher so I don't have to bend down so far. And once that is done, prep it for clear coat. See, I filmed a little bit of me sanding, so there you go. Well, you're welcome. You can see me sand a little bit. But yeah, so a little update and get all this stuff set up. I'm gonna get the steps and stuff done, and like I said, I'll get everything in here out and get this stuff in, and we'll get to painting. You can see that whole process. It's nothing spectacular. I'm tired. All right, so we're back. We got everything set up in the booth. Clayton showed up, looking all cuteness. Look at that guy. Got the steps in here, got the front clip, got everything all set up, ready to go. We did our first wipe down. Now we're gonna wipe it down with acetone, and then once we're done with the acetone, we'll go around and make sure everything's dry, make sure there ain't no dirt anywhere, none of that stuff. And yeah, so once we do that, we'll be ready to lay some clear on this one. And we'll film it just like we did on the other stuff so y'all can see everything. But yeah, so what do you think, Clayton? One of the things we need to work on in here is some kind of shelving, like some kind of stand or something. I'm thinking about something right there and something over there. Look, my finger's dirty, that's weird. But yeah, so new booth, new things to figure out. So that's one of the things on the list. So that's one of the things we're gonna try to do. But yeah, go ahead and get this thing cleared. just got done spraying the rest of the truck. Looks pretty good. Got the camera set up, and then while we're doing it, got a little glare to it. Look, nope, can't see nothing. Yeah, you'll see it later. I'll walk in there in a little while. We're gonna let the fan go for a little bit, let it flash off some more before we go messing with it. But I got the cab and the hood out here. Show y'all a little bit of that out in the sun. Nothing too crazy, but looks pretty good. The only thing is I've discovered is if your rust has texture, your paint's gonna have texture. But pretty sure I said it earlier, if I wanted to just wet sand it back down and do another coat, but I'm perfectly fine with it. Hell, the front end turned out pretty damn slick in some spots. Even like this right here is super slick. So I mean, it had more paint than anything, but it's actually my first time using the booth, and I am absolutely impressed on the way that booth worked out. And for being a homemade booth, 10 out of 10. Absolutely 10 out of 10. Moves the vapors out, everything. You don't have a crazy haze lingering nowhere. It's freaking awesome. Bucket list item, I got it right there. But we're gonna let that dry a little bit, let the fan go for a little while, get some flash time going in there and everything. But yeah, Tombstone's clear coated, cab, hood, everything's all clear coated. Even did the headlight bezels, all that stuff, everything's in there. So the cab being done, the frame should be back this week. So now I got to work on painting the axles, and then I still need to clean the engine. I got the converter the other day. I got it down from storage and all that stuff. So making headway, making some good headway. So now let this do this, and then probably work on cleaning up the engine stuff, because once that gets back, get the engine stuff in it. And then I got the paint and everything already for the axles. So actually I need to get the axles into the booth now, get them chalked up, get them cleaned up. But I got some wheels I got to paint for a buddy. I mean, the booth's already being used to full potential, I guess. So I already got a lot of stuff to do, stuff to add to the list. So there you go. I'll walk in there in a little while, walk around, show you, but that's what we got. So everything's painted. Like I said earlier, everything's good, everything's ready to go. So all we gotta do is the frame back. I went and took a shower. I was feeling kind of gross. I don't know, if you painted before, you know, if you don't wear a whole suit and stuff, you can kind of get some mist on you, kind of feel like hairspray and stuff. So I got the cab and the hood moved back in and everything, but I admit, man, like, turned out better than I expected. It was more or less my wife's idea, but I like it. So here's how the front end and all that stuff turned out. Front end turned out pretty dang slick. Turned out good. Here's the trim rings and the blinkers and stuff like that. And then it's funny, you can still see the scratches and stuff. I think a lot of the scratches and stuff, like right here, they're from like where the tree was when it was parked, or where it was parked, might I say. So I think that's why most of the paint came off right here, because there's that tree and all that stuff. And then over here, some of you might recognize it, but it had a whole lot of like blue on there. Yeah, I was not a fan of it. There's nothing else on the truck blue. There's nothing. You can still see little bits and pieces of it, so I left it. And then right there where it's like spray painted blue, and then there's still a little bit right there on the hood. So I think that'll look cool to have like that little area. But like the steps, they turned out good, which is pretty surprising for how rough they were. But yeah, I mean, I'm super happy with the paint booth. The paint booth turned out freaking awesome. Did its job. I was worried about air ventilation and all that stuff, and hoping I set up right. Because when I built it, I measured it all out, and I figured up a fan and stuff that would work. I went a little undersized on it, but it worked. I mean, it moved it out. There's no crazy haze. I'm sure you'll see it in the video. As soon as I spray, it sucks it out. I do need to get better filters. I don't think those are catching a whole lot, so I'm gonna get something a little better. But yeah, there's the truck, and I'm excited. looks good. Like I think I said it earlier, frame should be back this week, so I gotta get the engine pressure washed, get it cleaned up, because we're not gonna do nothing to it. We're gonna put it in there the way it is. I gotta paint the axles, gotta get them in here, get them chalked up, get those wheels off. Those wheels freaking weigh a ton. But oh, one thing I wanna ask. I wanna clear coat that dash. What do y'all think? Just the dash. I don't want to do the doors or nothing, because I'm gonna do leather inserts and stuff on the doors. But just the dash part, thinking about clear coating it. I think it'd be pretty sweet, but I don't know. I gotta get more activator. Of course, they never see enough activator to do a full gallon, which is stupid, but whatever. $70 for freaking activator. Anyways, so let me know what you think. There's an update on Tombstone. You'll be seeing a whole lot more of us soon. But yeah, there you go. Till next time.